fuck? Shit! Shit, no, no, oh! No, no, no! Oh! Huh?
I see him! He's dead! You're mine, shithead!
I gotta get out of here. Fuck! Come on, climb! Climb!
Get him! Come on! Up there!
I have to find Riley and the others. Please let them be alive.
Here we go! Start them! Allah! You're dead! I found him! Shit, oh God. Oh God.
Oh, they found me!
Yo nerds, what's up? Ninja Dad coming at you today with a brand new project. We're doing the Far Cry Masterclass. As you've just seen with the intro, it's pretty graphic and there's tons of swearing and stuff, so just be mindful of that. Yeah, this game is an awesome game about surviving in some tough times and stuff. And we're gonna go over the master run and give you some tips and pointers and tricks and stuff like that in how to play on master. Basically, once again, it's following some simple things that means you don't have to be all that good in most cases. All you need to do is understand some of the mechanics, and once you get them down, a lot of it becomes a hell of a lot simpler. So yeah, it's kick off. This is one of my favourites in the Far Cry series, given the whole Kiwi flavour right through this. And yeah, that's something that kind of appeals to me. The old tribal thing here, it's pretty cool. So yeah, let's have a look in a moment and dig into some of the bits and pieces on the Far Cry series and how we can play it on master.
I could have anyone I choose, but my will is set on one woman. Yeah. Cash for weapons.
Oh,
You want to save your brother, right?
I've never shot anyone before.
What do they say in America? There's a first time for everything.
Alright, so this gives you some cash and you go off and you buy yourself a gun. There's only one you can get, so yeah, how about we just skip forward a bit. And yeah, we're heading out and the game's about collecting stuff, and before you even leave the village area you've got something you can collect, which is a good start. Yeah, so early on the game kind of points out that the towers are really important. They're a big part of the game. Yep, it's a bit of an achievement doing them too, and some of them are not that easy. Yep, it's pretty easy to fall off some, especially some of the later ones. So yeah, you've just got to kind of take your time on some of them. As you can see, your little mini-map's blocked out at the moment and you can't use it until you've cleared the tower in the area. There's bits and pieces around here, and once you've played it at least once, you kind of know where most of them are. Yeah, so me, we got flooded out just recently, and I'm on my daughter's PlayStation, and I've got a different controller, and yeah,
That must be the radio tower.
I would consider myself like an average player, and if I've got all those things against me and I can still play on Master, then I'm sure you can too. So, yep, we're at the base of the tower here now, and yep, the snakes, they're well, they can be a little annoying sometimes, but hey, it's part of the game. It's just what they're designed to do. Yeah, I would recommend collecting the stuff at the base of the tower before you go up, so that, well, you don't have to come back. And one of the things that I have learned to do is, wherever I possibly can on these towers, I'm in a crouch position. I've fallen off these things way too many times, and most of the time when you fall you die, and it kind of sucks. But look, to be fair, there's a crane driving kind of thing that goes slow is smooth and smooth is fast, and it's kind of the way you want to approach these towers. There's nothing chasing you. You don't have to worry about stuff. You take your time, you get up there, and once it's done, it's done. So yeah, just take your time. Yeah, straightforward, pretty much. Crouch position is my tip on the towers, as much as possible. Boom. Look at that, right at the top, that's that one done. Alright, so my next tip is, let's change guns. You don't have to run around right at the start. After this thing, I've got the M700 Predator that I can use, which is a bloody sniper rifle, which, I tell you what, is a hell of a lot better to run around with at the start of the game, when you want to get bits and pieces, than a silenced pistol, which is what I normally do. So yeah, collecting things on the way to that first mission is always good. You've got to remember, at the start you're kind of limited in what you can carry. So I usually find that deer skins and goat skins can hold you up a little bit in the start of the game. So if you can get a few of them to start with, even on your way there, it's a leg up. And right at the start of this game, you're usually hampered by the fact that you can only have one gun and a limited amount of ammo, so the faster you can change that, the better. The other thing I'll say is, when shooting an animal, try and keep an eye at, like, an eye-line sight of where you think the body is, because on the master level it's bloody hard to find it sometimes, and I've lost a few in the past, so it's like grrr. So yeah, that's another tip. Keep your eyes on the animal once you shoot it as well as you possibly can. In this first part here, you don't need to use the gun to kill the animals, especially if you run up. If they target you, they will attack, as you'll see, but if you run up on them, you can hit them with your knife, and you're not using your precious ammunition. Sniper rifle. See, so here, the pig had the opportunity to attack me because he kind of sighted me. I didn't get up on him fast enough. So let's change that for the next one.
Ew.
And you got your little thing there that you're looking to collect. The idea is the game is in this particular part is just to introduce you to collecting stuff and the different things that you can collect. So there's nothing super difficult in the first bit. If you race up, they don't get a chance to attack you as fast, and then there's that one that decides to run, so you can take it out as well.
Disgusting.
And the boar skins are actually like kind of valuable, so for your crafting stuff. So you definitely don't want to have one boar float off. Then you can take it. So you get the crocs in the water. I recommend taking the bloody thing out straight away, so you don't have to worry about it later on. You don't have to, but like I'm in this area a couple of times early on, and I'm in this water a bit, and having to fight a crocodile on top of avoiding pirates or something, it's less than ideal for me. So take him out now.
Now I will teach you the technique.
Right, so when it comes to the skills menu, that's kind of like a pick your path in the game, and how you choose your skill pathing kind of depends, I guess, on your gameplay
You have done well, Jason.
and how the way you like to play. I'm a bit of a takedown fiend, and if there's a takedown option to go, I will usually take that first, unless there's like a higher priority skill, like in this particular case here. For me, the sprint slide is something that is actually like very usable, and to get around the place quickly to avoid detection, and quite often you can run and slide into place so that you're not seen, and that I would call a more critical skill than a takedown drag initially in the start of the game. So yeah, when it comes to base taking, my first option that I always look for is, how do I ghost a base? And by ghosting a base, I mean, how do you kill everyone without them even knowing you're there?
I'm coming.
Well, the first thing you got to try and do is identify where the hell everybody is, because it's always that one that you don't get that will wreck your little perfect scheme. You don't have to do it at 100 miles an hour, and sometimes just with a little bit of studying of how they move, they kind of give away the order in which you should take them. I usually look at the roving guys as a priority, so the ones that move more than the others. But sometimes you've got to make a space open by just taking a couple of periphery ones out first. And the very first thing you basically learn in this game after crouch is rock throw. It works. You'll find that the more different ways that you can use your rock throw ability, that's like an extra string in your bow. The more different ways you can do it, the more successful you will be at especially ghosting bases. And you know, the other thing that you'll see here is if you want a free gun, pick up a gun you haven't had before and then swap back to your other one. Just like this. Cool. That's a gun now that's in my inventory that I can go and get out of the shop for free now. Nice and easy. Yep, there was that sneaky one that I was saying. It's always that one that you don't see that wrecks your day. And of course you can hear a dog in the background somewhere. You know there's a dog in this. So the fact that I knew where the dog was an advantage, because you know it's not my first rodeo in this one. You can kind of pick your pathing. Once again, there's one guy that roves back and forth. That he's kind of a priority, but in order to get to him without alerting everyone else, you've got to take a couple of the other ones out. So you're definitely looking to see who you can lure, and especially if you look at the two places that I've lured here. This is the second lure. Both of them are outside of the camp visibility, and I've lured them out away from the eye lines of the others. So it's keeps that detection chance down. And if you notice here, I'm coming in from behind like that because he nearly turned to see me there. So you just gotta, you know, try and keep things as sneaky as possible when you're trying to ghost a base. And in this particular case here too, I had to exercise a little bit of patience because I didn't get that guy fast enough. So the other guy that I was going to get, he's moved away, but I know that he's going to come back to this side because that's what he does. So once you've seen the patterns, then you can adjust, I guess, your frame of game style according to that. So yeah, just sometimes it pays just to sit there and watch for a moment to see what's going to happen.
Too damn hot. Someone just fucking shoot. Hot with your 7-5. Fuck! This!
It's hot.
Fucking bugs.
So in this next part, there's a saying that you may or may not be familiar with, which is assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. Assuming what was is what will be is what nearly cost me my undetected bonus here in this next part, because I didn't bother to check before walking out. Just assumed that they were the same as what they were, and that guy was moving. It's like, oh crap. So, once again, the game is a dynamic thing. You've got to think on your feet, and there's another saying that, like, no plan survives first contact. Well, you've got to come up with something on the fly. In this case, yeah, a rock throw. Yep, that sounds about right for me. And it managed to distract both of them as well, which is great. Once again, mindful of where the dog most likely is. I can't get too close to the dog because I'll trigger them. So, base successfully ghosted. Okay, so to my way of thinking, ghosting a base is the epitome of taking a base, because your enemy didn't even know you were there, and the base is yours. There was no alerts, there was no, oh, what that? Nothing of that. So you've successfully snuck around wipe them all out such a way that they didn't even know. Part of the next part now, once you've done this, is gearing up. So let's look at what you've got to get to start getting off the initial 0, I guess, for amount of weapons you can carry, amount of ammo you can carry, amount of grenades and C4 and mines that you can carry. we find out what we need and we create a recipe for hunting. Once again, it's most likely in the start of it going to be goats and deer and a boar. Don't forget the boar. Okay, so there's a hunting mission in this place for the rabid dogs, and you get a shotgun. So ideally you want at least one space available to take a shotgun. So it's that one just there. That gets you the shotgun. So how about we go and get what we need so that we got space to put a shotgun, which in my personal opinion is almost a required weapon when running around the jungle. A shotgun can, in many cases, one-shot a tiger in the face. It takes out Komodo dragons with one shot. Yes, it's loud, and sometimes you just have to accept loud. It just is what it is. And sometimes you can use it to your advantage, being able to lure a bunch of pirates into a Komodo dragon nest or something. But, yeah. We've got our hunting recipe, I guess, for success. Getting the bits and pieces we need. Deer's on the list. And goats. Goats gotta be the priority now. Oh, check this out. Great way of hunting deer. Force them into a place where they go into the water and you didn't have to shoot them. Another tip. When hunting predators, i.e. animals that will hunt you back, my advice to you would be craft a hunting syringe so that at least if you haven't tagged all of them, you'll be able to see where the others are. There's nothing worse than getting flanked by a bunch of dogs or a Komodo dragon sneaking up at you, or sideswiped by the second tiger because you only knew where the first one was. These are all things that have happened and regularly do happen in this game, especially on Legendary, or Master in this game. So tag what you can. You'll also notice at some point what I will do is just get close enough to attract the attention of one of the predators, who will then give my position away, and when they do that, they start coming at me, and then I can pop my my hunting syringe, and I get to track them all. And of course, shotgun. You don't need to aim. It's got a great spread. They just can't shoot through trees. Done. And the bodies are fairly close together, so it's easy to get most of them. Quite often I'll miss a body, particularly in this, if I've had to kill a number of creatures. I'll just like, oh, no, where are they? Using the things you have at your disposal. You can throw a rock to lure predators, but being able to see where they are through bushes and stuff, well, that's a huge benefit. On the harder difficulties, much more important. Right, so now that we've done that, and we've kitted up a little bit, it's time to go and start unlocking some of these towers around the place. I'm a bit of a tower junkie. I will go and do as many towers as I can get to as early as I can, because, well, who doesn't like free stuff? And you get free guns and stuff by doing it. And, well, if I'm kitting up, I like an assault rifle in my kit, and I like the MS-16, the semi-automatic. Doesn't have as many bullets as some of the other ones, but it's hard hitting and very accurate, and as fast as you can pull the trigger, it shoots. So it's not that much slower in firing than any other auto. To be perfectly honest, I find it a little more conservative. But the only way you're going to get that is either spend money or unlock towers, and free stuff's always better, because then I can spend the money on the things that I want, like more ammo, or gun pretty with something like that. So, yep, go and find the towers once you've got a few gun spaces. I definitely wouldn't go roaming the wilds without the shotgun, as I've said. And since you've done the mission to get a shotgun and you've got a space for it, then the only other thing you really want to do is stack more ammo. So go to the towers, find the animals that you want to hunt along the way to get the bits and pieces that you need to unlock all your different gears. Yeah, have fun with that. Sometimes, like in this particular case, when you've got a Komodo dragon right on your heels, I'm less concerned with giving my position away to the pirates and more concerned with, I don't know, leading the pirates into the Komodo dragon trap. Once they've dealt with the Komodo dragon, then I can deal with the pirates.
You better show yourself!
But trying to take two sets on at once could be a little
I'm
tricky.
so gonna find you and kill you this time! I got nothing. Bet it's more rebels messing around with us. They don't pay me enough to put up with this crap. I've had it with those rebel bastards. That's a Komodo dragon!
What was that? Fuck me!
Start searching!
I can't believe I lost him! Motherfucker! Oh!
Nothing here. Must be some rebels screwing with us. Let's do this! You're mine, shithead!
Disgusting.
I'll get you this time. Don't kill me! Shit! Who's wasting ammo?
Now, this is why shotguns are great, and this is also a good reminder that on Master, you don't always have just one of a predator around. Outside of the pack animals, I mean. Quite often you'll have 2 leopards or 3 tigers somewhere, and it's like, oh god, what's going on? It really pays to take care of the predators, tag the predators while you're hunting them, or take the hunting syringe, which helps a lot. But yeah, shotgun hunting for animals is great, but it gives your position away. So you just got to be mindful of that. Don't do it too close to areas that you're probably going to have guys. And this is also a good look at that guy there. Probably was pretty damn close to getting a shot off on me, and he still got a takedown. You can push the takedown thing quite a long way, and also bear in mind that one of the requirements for one of the perks is that you got to get like 3 kills with a melee strike, so you can't do a takedown on everyone in order to get that. So yeah, if you don't get it, then that's not so bad. Okay, so the next tip, I guess, is in the handbook, in these progress parts. You've got the different things down the bottom with achievement, signature weapons, and new recipes. Wherever you see the white stars, you want to go for things to get them, because that's your new signature weapons. They do cost a bit, but like the Bull is a great shotgun. Shadow's a great handgun, pistol. You've got a fantastic SMG that you can get early on, and all it is going through. As you can see that on the relics there's 2, and fairly early on. You can get those. There's what in the Letters of the Lost, there's a few there. There's one there that you can get fairly early on. In the memory cards there's one. And there's a bunch of recipes that you get just by doing some of the story missions. So have a look, see what you need to get different things. If you look further on in the relics, you've got some more recipes that you can unlock, and these the high level recipes that you get you way more life and the ability to not take damage for a bit, and honestly they are life saving at the end of this game. So that was that last tip for this video. So thanks very much for watching, and yeah, we'll get a few more of these done and clock out this one. So yep, hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much. See ya.